Do you know why Japanese bread is always so soft, so fluffy and rich with that gentle milky sweetness? It's all in the dough, soft like silk, smooth like cream. This is milk bread, the cloud-like loaf that's loved across the world, with its delicate texture and lightly sweet flavor. And the best part, you can make it right at home, no bakery skills needed. Let me show you how. Let's begin. Have you noticed how Japanese bread is always so soft, so cloud-like, with a slightly sweet and milky flavor? And the best part, it stays soft for days. This is no ordinary bread. It's Hokkaido milk bread, a special kind of loaf that tastes incredibly milky, with a texture so light and fluffy. In today's video, I'll walk you through every detail, the secret behind its softness, the unique dough texture, and why it stays pillowy for so long. Tangzhong, a simple roux. Start by mixing milk and flour in a small saucepan. Whisk until there are no lumps, smooth and even. Then cook it on low heat. That's important. No high heat here, or it'll cook too fast. Keep stirring. You'll start to feel it thicken slowly. What we want is a smooth, thick paste, just like this. No lumps. This is your tangzhong. And it's ready. Scoop it into a bowl and set it aside to cool. You can even store it in the fridge. This paste keeps the bread fresh and tender for longer. You can actually add tangzhong to any bread recipe to make it softer than ever before. Now, let's prepare our yeast mixture. Here I've got lukewarm milk, sugar, and active dry yeast. Since we're using active dry yeast, it needs to be activated first, so combine the milk, sugar, and yeast in a bowl. Give it a quick stir and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. You'll know it's ready when it looks foamy, just like this. That means the yeast is alive and active. Make sure your milk is warm, not cold. If it's cold, the yeast won't activate. If it's too hot, it can kill the yeast. Now let's move to the dough. I'm using bread flour with about 13.5% protein. That high protein content helps build the strong gluten network we need for this bread's signature texture. If you don't have bread flour, you can use all-purpose flour. Just reduce the liquid slightly when kneading. Sift together your bread flour, a bit of milk powder, which adds a really beautiful flavor, and salt. I'm also using a stand mixer to knead. Since we're working with high-protein flour and extra fat, it takes more time and effort to bring the dough together. But don't worry, if you don't have a mixer, you can knead by hand. It just takes a little patience. The dough will come together beautifully. Now it's time to start kneading. Set your mixer to low speed. I'm using speed 2 here. We'll go slowly at first, just to bring the dough together gently. You can actually add all the ingredients in at once, except the butter. But I like to add step by step for better control and smoother texture. First, pour in the yeast mixture we prepared earlier. Then add a bit of cream. This gives the bread a rich, velvety taste you'll love. Now for our tangzhong, that beautiful roux we made earlier. Add it slowly while kneading. Let the dough absorb it bit by bit. Then I'm adding some condensed milk. This gives the bread that subtle, sweet flavor that makes it so irresistible. If you don't have condensed milk, just increase the sugar slightly. You'll still get that soft, slightly sweet result. Let everything knead on low speed for 2 to 3 minutes. You don't need high speed yet. We're just combining ingredients slowly and evenly. Now stop and check the dough. It will look sticky, saggy, soft. That's perfectly normal at this stage. We just want everything combined. If it feels too soft, sprinkle in a tablespoon or 2 of flour. If it's too dry or tight, add a splash of milk. It's all about finding that balance. Now increase the speed to 3 and knead for another 4 to 5 minutes. The dough will start building structure. And now, It's time to add the butter. Make sure it's soft room temperature and add it in slowly, a little at a time. At first it'll look messy, buttery, slippery, almost like it's falling apart. But don't worry, you're right on track. Let the mixer keep working for another 4 to 5 minutes. Important tip here. If your kitchen is warm, especially in summer, your dough might start to heat up and feel sticky or split. That's totally normal. To fix that, simply place the dough in the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes, or put an ice cube or two into the dough. It helps control the temperature and bring it back together. Once everything is in, we knead on medium speed. Slowly, steadily. You'll need about 8 to 10 more minutes. As it kneads, you'll start to see the change. The dough becomes smooth, elastic, and soft. This entire kneading process usually takes 20 to 25 minutes total. And near the end, I add a tiny splash of water just to make the dough even more smooth and shiny. But if it's already perfect, skip it. Now let's check it. Look at that. Soft, silky, elastic. Just the way it should be. Now transfer the dough to your work table. Look at it. Soft, smooth, beautiful, right? Grease a bowl lightly, place the dough and cover it. We'll let it rise in a warm spot, not hot spot, until it doubles in size. Remember, rising time depends on your kitchen temperature. In summer, it might take just 30 minutes. In winter, it could take up to 2 hours. So always check the dough, not just the clock. Let's divide it into equal portions. Take your time here. Make sure each piece is the same size. This helps your bread bake evenly and rise beautifully in the pan. You can shape the dough however you like. That's the beauty of this recipe. This dough is incredibly versatile, perfect for a classic bread loaf, but it also works wonderfully for burger buns, dinner rolls, or even sweet braided bread. Now lightly spray or grease your loaf pan, then place the shaped dough pieces in the pan. Cover it and let it proof again in a warm place for about 45 minutes or more, depending on your kitchen. Don't rush the final proof. This step gives the bread that extra softness and height. If it's underproofed, the loaf won't be as fluffy. While the dough is proofing, let's make our egg wash. In a small bowl, mix 1 egg yolk with 2 tablespoons of milk. That's it. This will give your bread a rich golden color when baked. If you don't want to use egg, no problem. Just brush with milk instead. It'll still come out soft and beautiful, just with a lighter top. At the same time, preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius. Once the dough is fully proofed, you'll see it's puffy, soft and doubled. Now gently brush the top with your egg wash or milk. Now into the oven it goes. Bake for 30 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius until golden brown and fully baked through. Just look at this bread. The smell is amazing. The top is shiny, golden, and baked to perfection. Let it cool. Now let's tear it open. It's like pulling apart clouds, warm, fresh, and so fluffy. So, how was the recipe? Did you enjoy it? If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family, especially those who love soft, milky bread just like this. Try it at home, and let me know how it turned out in the comments below. And of course, make sure to subscribe for more soft, fluffy, delicious bread recipes coming your way. Stay tuned. And until next time, enjoy every bite of that warm homemade bread.